Yeah. I was at this party before, right? Yeah, this was fucking hanging. It made me sick. What happened? This was like, I count this as a whitey because it just fucked me up. And so I'm smoking weed all night, and I get through 20 bottles of Grolsch. I'm on like bottle 21. And like this was back the day, like when I was 19 or something, you know, when I was drinking every weekend with the boys, having smoking and all, yeah, you know, like fucking brutal, like at this house party anyway. So I got a bottle of this Grolsch in my hand. I take a swig, I put it on the table, and I'm fucking toking on this joint, pick up a bottle to use as an ashtray, and I flick it in there, and then my mind just goes blank, and I forget that the bottle in my hand is an ashtray, and I think it's the bottle I'm drinking. So I take a swig of it, all this fucking ash in my mouth, and fucking fag ends, and I just swallowed it, because I was like, this too late, it's already in my mouth, I have to swallow it. So I swallowed it, 2 seconds later, I'm outside spewing my fucking mouth. Horrible.
Follow the path to Valravan and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened.
I always remember this time when I was a little kid, when I was so young that my parents wouldn't let me drink pop. They were like, you can't, like, you can only have pop there, like, every now and again sort of thing. So I woke up this one morning on a Saturday in no school, like, it was when I was in junior school, and I went downstairs and there was this can of Pepsi on the table. And it was half full, and I was like, oh my god, I'm in for a treat. I was so happy, took a swig of it, fag ash in it, where my mum and dad had been smoking in there, and flicking in there, fucking spewed everywhere. I was ill for the whole day.
And all his sons and grandsons were dark after him.
Yeah, they was them. They used to smoke in there. They used to smoke back then. They don't, like, my mum still smokes, but my dad hasn't smoked for years. Yeah, I wouldn't expect that, no.
In shape, he was like a man.
Yeah, fucking man. And the funny thing is, when I had that bottle, that's what it reminded me of. It took me back to when I was a kid, when I done that.
Illusion hides the path to Valravan. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
My dad used to smoke weed when he was younger, like when he was in school and stuff. He used to just mitch off all the time, smoke weed. But that's about it. Well, that's the thing. Like, you say shit, but it wasn't so bad for your head. Now it's so strong that it does destroy you a lot faster. Like what we were saying. Yeah, too much THC in the weed. Like I said, no man, it really depends on who you are as well. Some people take to it differently, don't they? Yeah, but with weed, after the first 3 days, the addiction's gone anyway. You're more addicted to just relaxing off it. You know what I mean? You're not like, it's not an addictive substance, so it's physically. Your brain doesn't need it. It doesn't ask for it. It's just you. It's just you, because you experience chilling out off it, and you experience everything in your life that you're doing it. Like, you game when you're stoned. You spend time with your missus when you're stoned. You go out with the kids when you're stoned. Like, that's one. Yeah. Calmed you down. Yeah. Yeah, it's positives to it, but once you've got to that point, then you can give it up and still be the same. Like I used to think when I was still smoking weed, I'd be like, I could never give it up because what would I do with myself? But since I give it up, mate, honest to God, everything's exactly the same. Everything. I don't even feel like I don't even want to be stoned. If anything, mate, it's just times. I do much more with my time now than what I would do when I'm stoned. Because when I'm stoned, I'd sit here, I wouldn't really tidy up much around me. I would just sit here playing games all day. Yeah, I might have fun on the games, but now I play games, I go out, I do a lot more. A lot more.
That lurks within it. I can see you too.
You gotta try and get off the weeds, man. Do it in your own way, like, but gotta try and do it. Everyone's been doing it, mate. The first couple of days are hard. The first couple of months are hard. But you just do it. You just gotta have the willpower. Like, it took me ages to build up the willpower. But what really done it for me was when I got my collarbone, and I was just sitting in the house with my mate when he was living there with me for a couple of months, and I was just smoking weed every day, and I spent every penny I had on weed. And I was just skin. And I tried to end on rent by a month, and I was just like, when he left, I said to myself, like, fuck for that, now I can give up weed. As soon as he went, I gave it up, and I was smoking something. I'm doing much better after I am, right? And I obviously gained some weight from it, like from smoking fags. That wasn't fun. When I gave up smoking fags, I gained like a fucking stone and a half. So now yeah. Yeah. Some people have to do different things, don't they? Yeah. Well, it gets a grip of you, doesn't it? It's like anything, really. Anything that you get addicted to, it might not be an addictive substance, but like someone can get addicted to fucking eating sponges, you know what I mean, if they did it enough.
The North Wind will not stop her. She will find what she's looking for.
When do you know, like, I love nightmares, I do. Like, I could have a nightmare every night and I'd fucking love it. And so when I gave up weed, it was like a little high for me, getting to have the nightmares. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed that point of it. Like, I had a nightmare back last week when I was falling asleep for work. It felt like I slept for like 8 hours and I'd only been asleep for 40 minutes because it was such an intense, long nightmare that I had.
Show me
I fucking loved it.
Look how much it's changed.
When I have dreams and when I've had intense ones like that, they're always really vivid. So I say to myself in the dream that this is a dream. Like, I know it is a dream, so it's like I don't have to be scared of nothing or anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm in full control of my dream. I'm walking around in that, and I'm like, yeah, I know this is a dream. So whatever the fuck I do, it doesn't affect me at all because it ain't real. But obviously, not everybody can have vivid dreams. Apparently, right? I was reading this article before. You can control your dream. Like, to have vivid dreams, it gets, the more of them you have, the more difficult they are to have. So the more spaced out they're going to be. So say you're having 10 vivid dreams a year. The next year you'd only have 9. The year after you'd only have 8. You know, it gets less and less as time. The more of them you have. Yeah. But apparently you can get to the point where you can control them so good when you're in them, you can dream whatever you want. Like, if your vivid dreams are that strong and you're that aware in your dreams, you can control them yourself. So you could fall into that dreamland, that dream world sort of thing, and just imagine, and you've got full control of your brain, so you could imagine whatever you wanted to, and you could have whatever dream you wanted to. Imagine that. I'd be fucking some hot porn star, I tell you that. Isn't it mad? Like, you ask a man what he would dream about if he could, and it'd be fucking, it'd be sex. Do you, man? If you think that's gonna help you. All I'm gonna say is the taste, like through a vaporizer, it tastes absolutely stunning. For one, you get to really taste the weed. So you might get even pickier with your weed because it brings up the true flavor. Like the smell of it, it gives you that exact taste. It hits you in the throat really harsh. So when you're taking in a big drag, you're gonna fucking cough your lungs up. So you need to take, like the best way to smoke it through a vaporizer is long, slow breaths what another thing is when you're breathing out, you don't exhale much vapor, like you don't see in much. So sometimes it feels like you haven't taken in a lot, but you have, and all of a sudden you'll just get hit in the face with how baked you are. But the negative thing about it is that you still crave whatever you used to however you used to smoke it, because it used to the intensity of it. Like for me, smoking a vape, I could be smoking a volcano with the boys all the time, all night, but then I'd still want to have a joint. Off a bag and off a pipe. Like we had a pipe attachment for it as well. So you could, so you could smoke it straight from the volcano. Like.
Another game.
Oh, another good thing though is that your weed will last you 10 times longer, because you can put the weed. Say you grind up enough for a joint, put it in the compartment. You set it up. Make sure you look up your temperatures online, because the book that you get with it doesn't give you the temperature for cannabis, because obviously it's illegal to smoke cannabis, so it wouldn't give you the temperature. It's for like it gives you the temperature for like lavender and shit. If you've got bad lungs, lavender is amazing for your lungs. But anyway, you can use enough for a joint. Like you can use that like 3 times, so you can burn it 3 times. So like you literally look at the colour. So it's like it's green first, and then it'll go more and more brown the more you smoke it, and eventually it'll just wither and go really dark. Once it's really dark, then you stop using it. But before that, you can get as much as you can. Yeah.
But be aware of his illusions.
Yeah.
You can't always trust your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't bother getting the digital one, mate, because you can set it to the temperature that you want with the other one, and then it'll just pop up a green light when it's ready. That's the one my 2 mates bought, and it's fine though. You don't need the digital display, because you pay a lot more for a digital display. Do you know the same price there? You want to check out the name of the company, because I forgot the 2 brothers' names now who make them. But you might want to go directly to their website. You might get it cheaper. Something like that, yeah. But you want to go to their website, man. My friend ended up getting off the website and he got it for 320 quid. But think about it now, is that was like fucking 4 years ago as well, when he got it. Yeah. Yeah. It's from the bone. I don't miss weed at all though, man. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot off anyway, and I'm gonna watch some Vikings before I go to bed. Catch you later, guys. Catch you later, Ant. Hi, mate. Jordan.
challenge me. Where is it? Follow your revolt. Is she lost? Wouldn't be the first time. Last winter, before the tragedy, she journeyed into the wilds of her native land, living off of berries, roots, and rabbits. It's not uncommon, you see. We call such a person a Gelt. Some, like Truth, become Gelt in search of penance. Others, like Senua, to purge a curse. Those who make it back are forever changed.
She can get up now. What's happening? She can get up now. How can she get out? Must be magic. A trick. By Raven tricking her. Raven. How can she get out?
Bait.
It's him.
Dark magic draws her closer.
It's not him. He's helping her. It's not him. It's a trick. She's doing it on her own. He's not tricking her. It's magic.
It's an illusion. that simple. The worst kind comes without warning. Deep and primal signal from within. A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
Find a way. Go round. Find your own path. It's a different way.
The Northmen say that Odin and his brothers killed Ymir, and that the world of men was formed from his corpse. They made his bones into stone, and his flesh into earth, and his blood into the salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made it.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones, to head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return. Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything, turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers. Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
Valravan's song. It's over here. It's over here. Is that? It's over there. No, it's here. There's two. Listen, focus. Listen. It's muffled. This reminds us of something.
The forest.
Where? Which forest?
The wilds.
She went to the wilds a long time ago. Why did she go to the wilds?
She wanted to fight her own darkness. She thought she could beat her own darkness.
Did she beat her darkness?
No. It nearly killed her, but she tried.
Druth helped her.
If it wasn't for Druth, she'd be
was
dead.
She can't beat her own darkness. She wanted to marry Dillian. She came to beat her own darkness and marry Dillian. But it didn't work.
She thought her curse would affect him.
She thought her curse would spread to him.
The ravens.
She thought she'd bring the darkness to him too. She nearly died.
She thought the curse made her tainted.
Druth helped her. He's not helping.
It's a trick.
Quiet.
Out in the wilds, in the cold winter woods,
Where have they gone?
she no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness. She remembered Dillian's words. She remembered her promise. She resolved to fight on and kill that which had become part